Hey everybody, welcome to Bad Comedy Podcast. My name's Mac and we're here fully loaded. I'm here with my co-host Herbie.
And I'm also fully loaded.
AKA Jason. And man, I've been fully loaded.
I'm Herbie and I got my hand on my cock.
I've been fully loaded all week.
They call me Herbie Hancock.
Blowing loads everywhere.
Hell yeah.
And I'm talking about loads of laughter and comedy. People might think it was something else. Blowing loads? Not me.
Yeah. I thought for a second cum.
No. You mean?
I guess you swerved.
You mean seed?
Seed.
Yeah.
So did you spill your seed like Onan?
What's that song where
Onan?
the rapper?
From the Bible.
Yeah.
You know Onan?
Uh-huh.
He was.
It sounds like a Viking type of guy.
He was making love to his sister-in-law, and then he.
That's pretty hot.
And then instead of impregnating her, like was his duty.
So that means that
when your brother dies, you have to impregnate your sister-in-law, according to the times.
So they're not blood related, right?
No.
So yeah, so that's like steps.
But here's the sort of magical thing: when your brother dies and he doesn't have a kid, you impregnate your sister-in-law. That's his kid.
That's true.
According to these medieval people.
I like that.
So Onan was doing this, and he pulled out, and he skied all over the wall.
Really? That's awesome.
Instead of on the ground.
Yeah.
As the Bible says.
I like that.
Ski goddamn, and then God smited him. Ski God smite.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. When I walked outside today, it was nice out.
There's one more addendum to this.
And I said, "Damn, God, where'd you find this weather?"
There's one more addendum to this. Because he spilled his seed on the soil, Thomas Aquinas interpreted that to mean you should never waste your seed. And that's why so many Christian faiths believe you should not masturbate. That's why.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
That's the history of that.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I think that...
trust me, when it comes to masturbation, I'm looking into it.
Yeah, you're faster-baited with it. There was a word you said that addendum. I think this is kind of a dumb den that we're in.
Yeah.
it's a den full of dumb people.
Spanish style.
But
adjective at the end.
As I was saying, it was a nice sunny day when I walked outside, and then so I wanted to thank God for the good weather. So
yeah,
I wanted to figure out where he found it. So I said, "Damn, God, where'd you find this? Good weather."
Yeah.
And then I also said,
"Did God say anything?"
I said, "Good weather, biatch." No, God smited me.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Getting smited by God. Smote, I think is past tense.
Must be, yeah. So
getting smote. That's no fun.
Me and Dale are friends today.
Oh, nice.
I found out again today. I texted him. I asked him yesterday if we could be friends.
You know what they say: make new friends, but keep the old.
Yeah.
Some are silver, and the other gold.
The other downward spiral.
Dale should get gold teeth.
He really should.
That would be sick.
That would be, and he needs to become like some kind of bookie or like a loan shark.
Then his lisp would make sense. It's like, oh yeah, he's got a grill.
I was thinking about this. Earlier today because this is what I think about when I'm not doing anything. So I was thinking that in Barcelona and Ibiza,
Barcelona,
they talk like that.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if maybe Dale should move to Barcelona or Ibiza so that Dale would fit in more.
Yeah.
But then I realized
he cannot fit in.
Well, no,
because he's too big.
Well, there's very beautiful people there. Dale wouldn't really fit in.
Yeah.
So
the word "fit in" is the word.
Yeah. I mean, he could probably fit into Barcelona. Ibiza is kind of small. I don't know. Ibiza, sorry. But
I might be able to fit into the ocean, but we're not even sure yet.
It's true. Wait, I'm friends with Dale as of today, so let's lay off him.
Shout out to Dale.
Shout out to Dale.
Sure hear this.
Shout out to Dale McPeak. I love you. I bet he does listen. I bet he pretends like he doesn't listen, and he does.
Really?
Yeah, I know there are people like that.
Who?
I have my suspicions.
Like who?
Well, I know of our fans that for sure watch all of our clips and never like them.
I know there's people who will listen and then they'll like send it to other people. Mm-hmm. So it's like people find out about when we should talk to them because they're sharing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know for I don't know for sure the people that watch full episodes on YouTube, but I just have my suspicions. I know our secret fans on Instagram that don't like any of our posts, but have seen all of them.
Yeah.
Bobby Buds, Michael Myers.
Yeah.
People like that.
Fucking
Dale.
losers.
Yeah. Michael Myers is old, man. Cut him some slack if you could.
He probably doesn't know how to find the like button. He's so old. He's like
that is actually probably it.
Yeah.
Well, he probably.
I'm looking for the like button, but it's already going to the next clip.
Well, yeah, you gotta imagine he's probably on his old Macintosh computer.
Yeah.
And it has to be, the lettering has to be so big, it has to be zoomed in like 3,000%.
Yeah.
So he's trying to watch the video, but,
and then the button's off the screen.
He would have to zoom down to like it.
It's below the fold.
He doesn't even know the like button.
He doesn't even know what the fold means.
And he doesn't even know that liking something like is not a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
You know?
He doesn't like the heart on Instagram because it reminds him how his heart is old and weak.
Yeah.
And it reminds him of his health problems.
Yeah.
His ensuing fate, his dance with the devil.
Yeah. How do you die of old age?
I don't know. Ask Mike Myers.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he knows how he's gonna. Well, actually, he's gonna die of
that
old
was
age.
a bit I did on stage. I said my grandpa died of old age, which was crazy because he was old the whole time I knew him.
Really?
I finally caught up with him.
Is there a bit? That's good. Is there a bit like about like you guys remember the Me Too movement? Like that was something. Or and then talk about it, be like, so like, is it over? Like what?
Me Too. I don't even remember Me One.
Yeah. When does Me?
That one?
I can do that. Or you already did that?
Is that what you're gonna do?
No. I was gonna be like, that was a weird time. Like, is it over? Like, do things are things just over?
Well,
at
I
some
understand
point?
Me Too.
When did
I never saw Me One?
When did Me Too end?
I don't know. It's like COVID.
And then I'll talk about something about the YouTube movement.
Yeah, YouTube movement.
Yeah, about not letting YouTube put their forcibly without our consent putting their album. Even though I think that's your joke from the pod.
I think I said that joke to Paul, and he was like, "Great joke. I've heard that a million times."
Oh, really?
Paul Miller trashed it. Yeah.
Paul Miller trashed it.
I don't know. Maybe he heard that joke a million times.
Well, we'll talk to him soon, and it's coming from the guy who just like says like a word, and that word's funny.
The funniest guy in the world. Yeah.
He is the funniest guy. It's insane. He's the best. He's not one of the best comics. Definitely one of the funniest comics.
Well, I understand Me One if I never saw Me Two. I understand Me Two if I never saw Me One.
Probably not. I saw Me 3.
Well, I understand Fast and Furious 12 if I didn't see the first 11. That's a Facebook post I did.
How about well, I understand 9/11 if I haven't seen 1 through 10.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Why was 9 afraid 11?
What?
I don't know. 9, 10, 11.
Because of the towers.
7, 8, 9.
I'm thinking about probably stealing Donovan's
Why was 9 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9, 11.
7, 8. I think someone has. I think I heard like a bad person say that joke.
It's not.
And it bombed. Yeah. I was thinking about, instead of coming up with a new joke, I could just take the Donovan Strong O'Donnell's one about the.
Here's the new joke, Donovan's joke.
Yeah. It's about the next one that's gonna happen is gonna be called 9/12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously,
I've heard versions of that.
Yeah, well, he does it. It's like in this main act as part of a longer joke. I'm just gonna steal the full joke, probably. Yeah. I mean, if
9/12 cruise control.
I mean,
this time they're running boats into the building.
Think about it. Like, if non-binary people can steal jokes, I should be able to steal jokes.
I watched the movie Speed recently.
Amazing movie. Rest in peace, Bruce Willis. Didn't he pass?
Bruce Willis is in Speed. Is it Keanu Reeves?
Oh.
Did Bruce Willis die?
No, I'm thinking Die Hard, just fast action movies.
Yeah. Same time, same
Speed,
vibe.
Great movie.
Yeah,
Keanu Reeves. When they jump the bus, doesn't make sense. That bus would have just hit the other side of it and fell down.
That is so funny. Did we talk about this before?
Yeah, we have.
Fuck. I was about to say, I like it when they jump the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally people jump over buses. And it's about time bus gets a turnaround.
Do you have that as a joke?
I don't know.
The problem is...
I wrote that as the review on Letterboxd.
You should have that as a joke for when your audience is middle-aged or...
You know what? I don't think...
Because younger kids aren't going to get that joke.
I don't think people who saw Speed remember that part the most.
They'll remember it.
They launched the gap.
Like, you guys remember that? Yeah, that part where... They can't stop the bus, and there's a big gap because the highway's under construction.
Hell yeah!
And they jump like 100 feet at the same level and land it.
Fucking rocks, dude. And a bus.
Only Keanu Reeves.
And they throw this giant bus to the other side. No damage to the axles or anything. It just bounces and keeps going.
That's true. Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. What would happen if we got a flat tire on the bus?
Do you remember how that movie ends?
I really gotta say, gets cut off.
Yeah.
Spoiler
so cool,
alert.
Dude, it's so cool. Is it Dennis Hopper? I think it's Dennis Hopper.
I think it's Grasshopper.
Grasshopper was his master.
Grasshopper.
His Kung Fu master. Dennis Hopper's Kung Fu master.
Who do you like more? Grasshopper, the actor Grasshopper, or Cricket, the character from Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I've never seen that.
The show?
I've seen the show. I don't know the character.
He's the homeless guy who used to be a priest, and then he became a crackhead homeless guy.
There's this... I've never watched a lot of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but there's this scene where Danny DeVito is in the therapist office and he's telling about his childhood, about he fell in love with basically like special girl who ends up KYSing herself with a plastic bag because she thought she was an astronaut or something. It's like the most horrific story I've ever heard in my life.
Danny Da Vinci, is there one?
Yeah.
Danny Da Vinci.
And they put Twin Peaks music behind it. It's like somebody did that online and it makes it seem like really serious. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I like that. What about Always Sunny in Dr. Philadelphia?
I like it. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Is that where Dr. Phil is from?
It must be. I told you I rented a car to Anthony Jeselnik's, I assume dad, because the guy's name was Anthony Jeselnik, and he was from...
His name was Anthony
He was from the same area. It was Anthony Jeselnik.
The first?
It doesn't say the first, but it was definitely his dad. I couldn't muster up the courage to ask. Is your son the guy who does Jack in the Box jokes and goes like, I rented a car. My dad rented a car from this guy Mac, and it turns out Mac's a pussy, and she's scared to ask him if he's my dad.
He goes, he goes.
He sounds kind of gay.
When you talked to him, did he go, "Hello, my name is Anthony Jeselnik, and my son is an edgelord, the original edgelord."
He talked the exact same, yeah.
And if that isn't the worst, my son had sex with a baby.
God damn it.
He started doing it.
Well, no, it was weird because he wasn't a comedian at all, but same exact voice. So he's like, hey, I'm here to. He's like, I have a car reserved under Jeselnik, and then I'm like, for a mid-sized sedan. He's like, yeah, mid-sized sedan, yeah.
I remember somebody saying they saw Anthony Jeselnik at an open mic in Madison, Wisconsin. Did he start like around here? Maybe that is his dad.
He's where's
he from?
No, Philadelphia, I think, or yeah, I started in Philly.
Okay.
Because I remember when I used to listen to Legion of Skanks, and Anthony Jeselnik was shitting on Legion of Skanks, or he reposted some article that was like really shitting on them.
Yeah.
Big J. Okerson was like, I thought we were friends. Yeah.
I saw this sort of viral clip of Anthony Jeselnik, and he was like, I always thought it's different to do dark comedies. You have the audience in on the joke with you. If people are just offended by your joke, then you're just a troll. And in my head, I was like, yeah, that sounds cool too.
Yeah.
I like both ways.
Right. That's like my...
He made it sound like, there's a better way to do dark comedy.
I'm 100%.
He's like, he's like, the thing is, when I do dark comedy, I'm not offensive because the crowd is with me. But dude, aren't you known as an offensive?
Yeah, that's literally what his thing is.
He's so full of shit.
He's
like he wants to be able to be woke and do fucking dead baby.
Well,
jokes.
before he was a comedian, now he thinks he's an artist of the craft. And
he turned into like fucking Socrates.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
He's like, I could do dark jokes that are offensive because people are not offended by me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to you.
Yeah. But the trolling part, yeah. I mean, I love doing that, so I'm totally okay with what he said.
Yeah, dude. I'm a Burger King man. I'm flame trolled.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
Wow. I got really heated earlier talking about
Were you flame broiled?
Well, because I listened to another Teddy Roosevelt.
Were you as hot as a Whopper?
Yeah. I was going off about Antifa just taking down all the statues, and because
you're mad at them because you love statues.
No, because they took down Teddy Roosevelt's statue, and I listened to another podcast. No, listen.
Not Teddy.
Well, first of all,
God, I didn't hear that until now, and it's like a dagger to my heart.
No, I saw it when I went to Portland that they had taken down a statue. And he did nothing wrong. He
Not Teddy was innocent.
Just listen to this. He invented national parks to preserve wildlife and the healthy environment. He also, his Rough Riders was the most diverse regiment ever.
What do you mean most diverse?
They had black people. They had Native Americans in it. They had white people.
So I got that.
I know. This was before that was
before me.
No, this was when everybody was racist. And they just wanted to take it. Antifa just wanted to take down every statue, and they just took down Teddy Roosevelt's statue.
Yeah.
So when I become president, for every statue that Antifa takes down, I put up 2 new statues.
You know who the original Antifa was?
And it's gonna be a worse person.
Moses. Because he tore down the statue of the golden cow.
I think what I'm going to do as president is every statue that gets taken down, I'm going to make 2 statues of somebody who's like one level worse than that last person. So let's say you take down let's say you take down a Mussolini statue. I put up a Hitler statue. Two Hitler statues.
Okay.
You take down
2 Hitlers for every Mussolini.
You take down a Hitler statue. I'll do a Mao Zedong and who's the Russia guy? And Stalin. I'll do 2 of each.
Okay.
So yeah, don't take down my statues, or else they'll be there'll be statues everywhere because you're gonna start taking down these new statues that you turn into 2.
Maybe if we put up a statue of a snake, they would know not to tread on the statues.
Dude, that's smart. Yeah. That's what I'm always saying to the government is like, don't tread on me. Like, why the heck are you treading on me?
Yeah.
Right?
Antifa should be anti-statue.
Right.
They should change their name.
What is FA? Like, are they too scared to say the F word?
Stands for fascist.
I know that. But like being violent is pretty fascist.
No.
No?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's. I think fascists can be violent, but violence isn't fascist. Fascism is extreme. What?
It's basically leadership that is just like violent on purpose.
I listen to this Dan Carlin fucking podcast. It's going to turn me into an annoying person. But they're like, there's a difference between being fascist and communist. Like, fascist is far right and communist is far left.
Well, it's different.
So you can't be like fascists tend to be like pro-business and stuff.
Well, you could be fascist and
according to like the historical
Mao Zedong was fascist and communist. So I don't think that communist.
He wasn't a true communist.
Well, it would be.
I don't think you could be communist and fascist.
No, it would be like
communist. I think it contradicts.
No, I don't think so. I think communist and capitalist contradict.
You're gonna have to take this up with Dan Carlin.
I'll talk.
And he's gonna be like, and the waves crashed on the building, and the Japanese were coming, and we didn't know what to do.
And then there was this Japanese guy, and he was like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. I'm far away now, but I'm yelling.
He has the same voice for everybody.
Yeah.
No, but
it's such a good voice. I would use it for everybody.
No, I mean,
you don't need to learn another voice when you have that faraway yelling voice that he does.
He's the best like speaker in any of history podcasts.
500 men went into the water. He has one on the USS Indianapolis. It's solid.
There's this one I've been listening to with Tom Holland, not the Spider-Man guy.
I was gonna say.
No, but it's his story and that Dan Carlin cites a lot in his stuff.
Oh.
It's him and this other guy, these two British guys, and like they're kind of funny sometimes, but they're really good.
I'll check it out. I'm writing down Tom Holland.
It's called The Rest Is History, I think.
I listened to a lefty kind of history podcast called The Dollop, where it's like comedians reading like a U.S. history story and like joking. Like one guy's an improv guy.
Well, I used to listen to. I used to listen to.
Dan Carlin seems pretty centrist, and then these guys are pretty far left, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I used to listen to a History of Hyenas with Chrissy D and Giannis Pappas. Go that way a little bit.
Giannis Pappas, is that a new type of potato?
No.
Papas fritas?
Yeah. Giannis Potato and Chrissy D had a podcast for a while. That's how I first got into podcasting as well. I was listening to this podcast, but it just seemed like they were on a bunch of coke and they were like, this time they were.
That's how you became friends with Robbie Goodwin.
Like, yeah. Best friend. Shout out Robbie.
I just saw that he does an awesome Shane Gillis impression. Shout out to Robbie Goodwin.
These are great impressions.
Yeah. He did impressions when he did my stand-up show.
But, like, I remember on his podcast, he was like the Adam Freeland of his podcast because all he could do was impressions and the rest of it stuff, he wasn't funny at all.
That's way better than Adam Freeland.
No, I know.
Adam Freeland can't do anything.
But he wasn't funny at all. He would get upset really easily by the other guys.
Oh, he's funny, though. He was really funny when he did, at least his stand-up. I don't know about his I've never heard a podcast.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you come on the podcast, Robbie Goodwin and Nick Oldershaw? Where are you at, Nick Oldershaw?
Oldershaw?
Yeah, that's.
I think we're going for a little bit of a younger Shaw crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about this older Shaw.
Right.
Who are we trying to impress? Michael Myers?
Let's get Nick on younger Shaw then.
Yeah,
why don't you come on?
Yeah, there we go.
So
Robbie Goodwin said when he met me, I really expected you to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Because who you hang out with, Mac?
Well, a lot of people say the same thing to me when they meet me. Well, depending.
They say,
depending.
Expect you to be an asshole because of me?
No, because of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Or I am blacked out, and they're like, yeah, this is what I expected.
Yeah.
You gotta. That's why you gotta meet me. I'm an acquired taste. You gotta meet me an average of 2 to 3 times to like me, because when I'm normal buzzed / standard drunk, I'm pretty cool.
Yeah.
And sober, I'm pretty cool. But when I'm blacked out, I'm an absolute menace.
Yeah.
Menace and a
It's like
punisher.
the movie Evil Dead when the demons go in them and they become complete assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, I am a.
Mac has to deal with the devil.
I'm a black-eyed demon.
The devil has free range on his body when he's drunk.
Someone did tell me, like, they had a friend like that, and yeah, he's like, oh, you're a punisher. So he said that before I think we started saying we were punishing people with puns, or maybe that was after. But he was like, oh, you're that type of blackout. You're a punisher.
When I used to drink, I feel like I could turn like that.
Yeah.
Like very quickly, I would turn into like a crazy person.
Yeah, but
so that I had to stop drinking. It grossed me out.
Yeah.
Like how I would just become so like black and white all of a sudden and be like arguing with everybody.
For me, I'm mostly annoying.
Yeah. You're like calling me fat and then cackle laughing and then walking away to call someone else fat.
Yeah.
You in a bar with a bunch of comedians, you're just going from group to group, calling them like the most superficial insults.
Fat or gay, yeah.
Fat, gay, ugly,
whatever. Man, that's
poor. If you can't think of anything, they're poorer than you.
That's so fun. It's so funny and fun though.
Yeah.
For me at the time while I'm blacked out, I'm probably having so much fun.
Yeah. I think it seems like you're really enjoying yourself. You're laughing a lot.
Yeah.
Nobody else is, just you. Everyone's like, oh no.
Some people get mad when they get drunk. I don't often. Have you seen me get really mad while drunk?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I assume you're capable. Every drunk is capable.
Yeah, but some people like they have to refrain from drinking because
they get mad.
Yeah.
I get kind of I don't know if I feel mad, but I get like angry, like I get like intense. Vape it into the mic.
I don't know if
Sounded
that
like a
noise.
machine.
Yeah, it sounds like feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get some feedback on that feedback.
It could be feedback. Maybe there's something electric. Maybe it's sending signals to Alphabet Company.
It's
like
possible.
they're tracking your vaping.
Yeah.
Because they love to track everything.
I mean, the FBI is probably looking at this podcast already.
Was it?
The FBI is probably looking at this podcast already.
Probably looking for a certain piece of a certain toilet.
Female body inspectors. They're looking to inspect your body.
Trying to find a certain missing piece of a certain toilet.
Can you should explain.
I'll explain it.
The case of the piece of the toilet.
The case of the certain toilet.
Yeah. If you want to join patreon.com/badcomedy, you might be able to find out about it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Also, patreon.com/badcomedy is where all the guest episodes are, and they're always way funnier. Probably 20 times as funny as the regular ones.
And while we're advertising, check out coolsteeperclub.com for some subscription iced tea.
Yep.
They send you everything you need, and you can have an iced tea. And if you use the code BADCOMEDY, you get 25% off your first order, and we get some money.
Mm-hmm. And as
I like it. I use it. I still use it.
As Tom always says, Cool Steeper Club, the tea of the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said. And then he had a bunch of celebrities sing it.
Yeah. Tea of the world.
Yeah, tea of the world. There's a documentary called The Greatest Night in Pop on Netflix about that.
Yeah.
It's Lionel Richie telling Michael Jackson stories. I thought it was interesting, Lionel Richie telling Michael Jackson stories, and he doesn't have to preface it with, I know everybody thinks that this guy is a sex criminal, but he had a pet monkey. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't preface it. He just goes, he had a pet monkey. It was crazy. I thought nowadays you kind of have to preface any conversation about R. Kelly or Michael Jackson or whatever. Even though Michael Jackson never got incriminated.
Why are people trying to take down the black man?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
And I'm quite tired of it.
I'm sick of it.
Take down Eric Clapton.
Take down the Teddy Roosevelt statue.
No.
I mean,
put it back up.
Put it up.
Is where you end. Because
put back up the golden cow. Why is everybody trying to take down the golden cow, man?
I think we need to take down the bean, the Chicago bean. I've been talking about this since it's probably my second set of doing stand-up.
I've been worshiping a false idol.
Yeah, the bean.
The bean.
Yeah, I will no longer tolerate Chicago and all the tourists worshiping this false idol of the bean, the mirrored bean.
Check the second commandment, motherfuckers.
Yeah. And the Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment.
Yeah.
I'm about to use the Second Amendment to enforce the Second Commandment.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna shoot up the bean.
No more bean worshiping.
Yeah.
And we're talking about shooting at a statue. Monetizers.
Yeah, statue of a bean.
The bean sucks.
Hey,
dude.
monetizers, leave us alone.
Do you want to go on a bike ride to the bean after this?
Yeah, let's get divvy bikes.
Let's go to the bean.
I seen a guy with a divvy bike in the hallway of my girlfriend's building. He was
Really?
walking a divvy bike down. Then he did a special knock on the door. I was like, oh.
Enjoy
your crack.
They have like electric divvy bikes, and since I don't have a car right now, I actually got a
Carmen Electric divvy bikes.
Carmen Electric. I got I got a divvy account. I didn't have one before.
Carmen Electra, car man. Is she a transformer?
Well, she's
a car man.
No, she's an electric car.
Oh, electric car.
Yeah, maybe transformer also. Interesting. What about
Decepticon?
Yeah, but it's kind of like just like a motorcycle, like an electric motorcycle, because you don't really have to pedal on it.
That's pretty chill.
Kind of cool. What
electric motorcycle?
What about Pamela Anderson? Anderson Cooper. Why are all these? Like, how do I keep up with this? Anderson Cooper. Cooper. My mom's dog is named Cooper.
Famous chess player, last name Anderson. I forget his first
Anderson, name. Michael Cooper. And then there's.
But he played the.
How many Michaels are there? Can we get rid of the name Michael?
Yeah.
Or maybe everybody should be named Michael.
Yeah, I was gonna go the other way with it. I think we should get rid of all names except Michael.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
I just think it's easier.
Well, I think most people.
You ever forget somebody's name?
All the time.
That's the worst.
I hate it.
What if you don't need to? You go, hey, Michael.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Works great.
That's probably the smartest thing we've thought of on this podcast. We'll call everybody Michael. It's time. It's time for a change. And from the famous words of
Michael.
Of Michael, the times they are changing. Michael Dillon.
Michael Dillon. Shout out to Michael Dillon. He also sang "We Are the World." Him, Michael Dillon, Michael Jackson, Michael Ritchie, Michael Springsteen. Michael Rogers.
Wait, what planet? What planet?
I can't believe they got Michael Rogers.
What planet does Lil Wayne say he's from? I think he says he's
Michael Wayne.
Yeah, Michael Wayne.
Lil Michael Wayne.
Lil Michael Wayne. Where does he say he's? He says he's from a planet.
Mars or something?
No. Yeah, I think he has a planet in his name. And I was thinking, like, we are the, like, Wheezy planet or something. What about we are Mars?
Yeah.
We are Venus.
When I was in high school, we did my band did an album called, I thought this was clever. We did an album called Mars is Above Alaska. And the meaning is like, you know, the continental U.S., how they put Alaska in the corner.
I do know. Yeah.
Once America conquers Mars, then Mars would just be in a little box above Alaska. So it was called Mars is Above Alaska.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna move to Mars when they do that?
Fuck no.
There's some people.
I'm gonna stay here and die as the sun envelops us.
Yeah, there's some people.
The sun explodes.
I'm more worried about the moon because it's way bigger.
Yeah, the moon is bigger than the sun.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when the sun explodes, we can hide behind the moon.
Yeah, seriously. Last thing I want is for the moon to hit my eye. Like a big pizza pie. Because that would hurt. That wouldn't be amore.
That would smash your face.
Yeah.
God damn.
Think about that. It's like getting a baseball thrown at your eye, but it's a moon that's bigger than the sun. Like, when the moon hits your eye, that's not amore, that's you dying.
It certainly is bigger than a big pizza pie.
Yes, it's maybe the same shape, but not even really. It's a sphere. Yes. It's not a circle.
Yeah.
Whoever invented that song, I don't know if it was Frank Sinatra.
It was Frank Sinatra.
Frank
Frank
Sinatra.
Sinatra wrote that song about spaghetti.
Frank Sinatra was like, Chicago, State Street, it's a great street. Never be late on the street.
He loves Chicago, Sinatra?
Yep, he has a whole song about it.
Is Chicago, why, does he like other cities? Or is he like in Chicago?
He also has New York, New York.
Okay.
So he panders.
He's a little bit
he's a Vic pander, yeah.
He's like, what's up, New York? Like whatever city he's in. What's up, Philadelphia?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. Anyway, here's my song, New York, New York.
Yeah, so he's from New Jersey. I looked it up.
Oh.
Because he said my hometown at some point in the Chicago song that I was listening to. I was like, what? It's not your hometown, I don't think. It's not. But yeah, he was a cool guy. He's a terrible lyricist, but I mean, it doesn't matter as long as he just has a good voice and a million-person band behind him. I might become a big band singer like him.
What do you think is the worst lyric song?
Horse with No Name by America.
U2 has some pretty bad lyrics. Uno, dos, tres, catorce. 1, 2, 3, 14.
Like, they were plants and birds and rocks and things. So I thought that America was the worst. They also have a song called Ventura Highway that's equally as bad. They say, alligator lizards in the air, in the air.
I kind of like that.
That's the end of their chorus. And they say nothing abnormal in the rest of the song, and then they sing that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
I think the Beatles have this song where they go, 1, 2, look at you. 3, 4, can I have a little more? 5, 6, 7, 8, I love you. It's like one of the worst songs ever. Mm-hmm. I think it's like, oh my, am I watching the Teletubbies when I write?
Yeah.
It's like a children's song.
Yeah. And in that Chicago thing, he's like, I saw a husband dance with his wife in Chicago. Like, that's like something novel to Chicago.
Whose wife?
He's like, I saw a man dance with his wife in Chicago.
Yeah. We're we're a big wife people here in Chicago. We love to dance our wives, wine and dine them.
Yeah, terrible.
If you're a wife, you want to be in Chicago, you'll be taken care of. Yeah.
If you want music that's like poetic and good, don't listen to Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, dude.
But if you
He's
want to
a crooner. You want people listen to that for the crooning.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying to Mike is he could probably say whatever he wanted in the songs, like, and nobody would like listen because they just listen for like just his voice and all that. Yeah. So he could be like. I was on the flight logs of Jeff Epstein. I took a boy down to St. James Island, and he was very fond of me.
Which saint is the best saint? Little St. James.
Yeah, or he could be
a little bit more big band style.
Yeah, he could be performing this in Chicago and be like. Everyone who lives in the city's a pedophile.
That's why it's my favorite city.
You guys are all gay. nobody would notice because no one cares about the lyrics.
I'm happy 9/11. Happy.
Yeah. New York,
in my favorite city, New York.
Yeah. They can say whatever they want, but like the band America, that was like in the probably early 70s, and so everyone was on acid.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how after I was listening to them, I was thinking about how annoying hippies would be. Like they'd be like dude, like we need to get out of Vietnam, like peace everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like
a horse with no name.
I'm like you're on acid as we speak. I'm not gonna listen to your what you think about geopolitics right now.
I'm on acid. That's why I think it's fucked up to name horses.
Yeah.
My horse doesn't have a name.
Because and in the desert you can't remember your name. That the chorus of that song is something.
That's their song, right?
I went through the desert on a horse of no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert you can't remember your name because there ain't no one for to give you no fame.
Yeah. Gucci Mane sometimes talks like that, actually. He goes, I had so many felonies, I can't never go to Canada.
Yeah.
But Drake said he's going to pull some strings, so let me check my calendar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It fucking rules when Gucci Mane does it.
Yeah. No, it's cool when...
can't never go to Canada.
Yeah. It's just terrible grammar.
It's so good, though.
There ain't no one for to give you no fame. It's funny because they probably wrote it as because there ain't no one to give you no fame, but it didn't work out with the timing.
They needed one more, like, syllable.
Ain't no one for to give you no
Me and my buddy would write a Thanksgiving song every year, so I definitely have been there where we're like, it needs one more line. You're just rephrasing the same thing.
Well, with my parody songs.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Yeah,
you know
I just deal with that all the time.
That's such a blue... Oh, I was going to say...
And it's not only the syllables, too. A lot of times it has to be like, I don't know, sometimes you have to drag one part out. Yeah, I don't know. Songwriting,
man. We're artists. We know about that.
The listeners do love the songwriting process. Because we're a musical comedy group.
About the Sinatra thing, though, it's not like it's even better nowadays. Like SZA has this song where she's like, talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. You know that song?
I don't, but...
It's like people just have the stupidest songs, like, to this day.
No, you're right. But State...
What time is it?
State Street, Great Street is quite something.
Our guest is coming, and there's no way for him to give us no...
For him to give us no notice.
Yeah.
For
him to give us no notice when he shows up.
Mike should be here and be able to buzz him in.
Sweet.
So I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I'm gonna slide over here and do something in secret.
Okay. Okay. What? Unload the gun? Oh shit! Is this what's been going on? Why I'm getting too many text messages?
No.
This is what's been going on. Why I'm getting walls of text from you. Whatever the hell is going on over there.
I found this when I was just organizing stuff yesterday.
That's bullshit. Nobody finds that. Everybody. I mean, it's actually people do.
It's very, very small.
One time we were walking down a street with my nephew, my 3-year-old nephew, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like licking this tiny plastic bag he found on the ground.
Oh no.
I'm just joking. It's all made up.
Yeah, right. That's true.
It's like, how do you know to lick it immediately? I go, he's definitely family.
Yeah.
He knew to lick the bag. I get the bag and flip it and lick it. You get the bag, tumble and drop it for me to find it and lick it.
So what were you, when you were talking about bag, were you talking like a bag of chocolate or something? Or you said, what kind of bag was it?
I get the little bag and flip it and lick it. You get the bag and you drop it so I can find it and lick it.
Yeah. People, I mean, when it comes to, what are you talking about, yayo right now?
Yeah, Ayo for Yayo.
Okay, I don't know how that came up, but
around with Yayo.
I don't know how the yayo.
Crazy-o.
I don't know how the yayo thing came up because I wasn't doing that. But
I was just talking about my nephew.
Yeah, so you said they saw a bag with powder in it and they just licked
He
it.
just started licking it.
Yeah,
it's like
this
guy's perceptive.
Yeah, he's smart. Yeah.
He must have picked that up somewhere. Very, very keen observer.
Don't say keen. We can't use that word as a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob, it's not a good last name.
Do you know any stand-up comedians anymore?
Bob shouldn't have that last name.
Blob.
It shouldn't be.
Bobblehead.
He's not keen on it. He's not. Keen means smart. Oh, Michael Robinson sent me a picture.
When you call a big guy tiny.
Dude.
It's Bob Keane.
Hold on.
He's actually stupid, but we call him Keen as a joke.
There's a picture of.
Last time I saw Bob, he was doing his bit about.
At 3:36, he said, "I'm on my way." So that was 6 minutes ago, Paul.
Okay.
He said it's gonna be a little bit late, so we'll be perfect.
Last time I saw Bob, he was doing his patented bit about how therapy is a ripoff. And I just started to feel depressed because I don't think I know someone who needs therapy more than him. And he's like, therapy is a ripoff. Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to go ahead.
He's like, I don't have any problems. People just take random swings on me all the time.
I'm going to have to go ahead and add this picture on the screen.
My personality is fine. Is that a new picture?
What'd you say?
Is that a new picture?
Yeah, it was posted like today, I think.
Whoa.
Really? Let me save it.
What is this?
His face is all fucked. It looks
like he fell.
No, it looks like someone fucking dragged him across concrete. Just like the movie.
You know what happens in that movie? What is actually dragged across concrete? Your head does the thing where you're like, you remember all the hate crimes where somebody's dragged across concrete, so you think something like that is going to happen. Isn't that what you did when you heard the title?
What did you say?
When I heard the title, dragged across concrete.
I didn't even think about it.
The first thing I thought of was like how people do that as a hate crime. They drag someone behind their truck or something.
Oh, I one time in college.
And there's like a lot of racial stuff in the movie, so I thought something like that had happened. But the only thing that I remember in the movie that actually gets dragged across concrete is the money at the end.
Yeah.
And I think I'm onto something. I think that was on purpose.
It's possible.
I honestly think that movie is super fucking deep.
One time I
really do.
One time I slip and slided on concrete in college.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but
I was
hammered.
Were you in your bathing suit? You ran really fast and dove. You slipped and slid.
I was hammered outside of the bars, and I had flip flops on, and I fell, and somehow it was like a way bigger fall because I had flip flops on. I kind of like tripped. And then my face just slid across the concrete. and then I was just like laying there, and like two girls that happened to know at the time was my old roommate here, Jack Walsh.
They identify you by your flip flops.
No, they somehow they looked at my phone and somehow knew that I knew Jack Walsh, and then they contacted Jack.
That's that fucker hangs out with Jack Walsh.
Yeah, and then they contacted Jack, and then walked into my house, and I think Jack got pussy, and I was like dead.
Oh, so there's Bob getting beat up or shit.
All right, everyone. Yeah, so this is
or something. It looks like he fell. He could have fallen.
Let's do it this way, so we can both talk about it. All right. So a caption: I've never been prettier. I will argue with that. What's your stand? Do you think he's ever been prettier?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't really have an opinion on his prettiness. I think he's a horrible looking person.
Well, which one is better looking?
I also judge people's looks a lot on their personality.
She clearly put a filter on her face here.
That's cute.
So is she trying to look good looking in comparison to what his face is?
I think she's supposed to be like, I'm so annoyed by my buffoon boyfriend, and she's like homie, and he's like March.
No, what I'm
you know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be the dipshit, and she's the like, oh, I can't believe this.
No, what I'm thinking here.
That's what I thought was going on. That's the roles they normally play in their stand-up when they talk about each other. Like, I'm a dumb guy, and I'm a girl who is putting up with a dumb guy.
Based on stuff she's posted before, it looks more like, why do people keep hitting Bob? He's being targeted. So it looks like she's like sad for him. You know?
I don't know. It's hard for me to.
I don't know. I do enjoy these people.
It's hard for me to look at her face and not vomit. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out which one is better looking right now. I'm trying to figure out which one of them I'd rather have sex with. So that's him, guys. That's my best friend. I'm excited he got hurt.
Yeah. I got no problem with him. I just wish he would die.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm kind of
monetizers. Please stop.
Dye his hair red.
Yeah.
There we go.
I got the blood of Mortal Wound.
Of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Video game. I'm saving you left and right here.
I think he just doesn't bring a lot to the table whenever he's around, and sick of how the best person ever was that Jake West guy. Who he was the drinker at Power Hour. And Bob went up and Jake interrupted him, and Bob was about to go off on Jake, and he goes, "You know what? You know everything more than me. Just go ahead." And he looked down like, "I'm not gonna talk. Like, you're smarter than me about everything." That's what he said to Bob.
Oh, really?
And then he just like looked down and started acting like he was working on his set. It was so funny because Bob will go off on the drinker when they interrupt. Like,
yeah.
In a way that's like not fun for anybody. He's just a control freak. Yeah.
I love being a drinker. I need to start going back so they'll book me as drinker.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because they'll definitely book me as drinker again because I've done well, but since I don't attend it, you know.
And they always sort of need a drinker, but they just pick whoever's around or whoever's birthday it is.
Yeah. But
it seems like they're pretty fast and loose with the drinker these days.
Yeah, I've asked, and got rejected. Courtney past weekend told me to come to Power Hour, and I was like, I can't.
Did you go to her birthday?
I'm studying. No, I didn't know about it until that night.
I wanted to go, but I was too tired.
I was studying. Was that last weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been studying all week. I have to pass this test.
Yeah.
So I'm just going back through everything.
Well, you could always join a school of fish. That's what we always say.
Yeah, if you want to get into a school,
there's plenty of schools in the sea.
Hop in the water. Yep.
Yeah.
Plenty of fish, plenty of schools, plenty of learning. What about learning? What's a little?
There's like a thing where they say, yeah, there's plenty of fish in the sea. They don't tell you is most of the fish are fucking radiated, disgusting, like two vagina fish.
Yeah.
Like a
brain
tumor.
That reminds me of Pittsburgh.
Fish are don't tell you the fish are all
from Pittsburgh,
living in toxic sludge.
Yeah,
and that there's only like one or two nice fish, and then only less than that you actually want to make love to.
Yeah, I mean that is the Pittsburgh comedy scene.
Dating is hard, folks.
The Pittsburgh comedy scene is just filled with toxic, with mutants. From that were born in
pits of hell
in sludge, and then a train blew up, and then also blew chemicals in their way.
Yeah.
And now they have a guy with a tooth in a tooth. They have Evan Hulk.
And then Kaylee Horton.
They have a Chris Scriva.
Freak show.
Yeah. They're literally like X-Men with no power. They just are weird.
Yeah.
They just have the weird bad thing.
They have X-Men and X-Women. They have transitioners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, that's true. And yeah, Kaylee Horton's power is the screech.
Yeah. Horton gives a who.
Yeah, Horton hears a who. I love her ketchup bottle tattoo.
That's cool.
Yeah. I said, why'd you get it? She said, because I love ketchup.
I recently remembered that there was a brief period where I was had no friends, and I would just go to a diner every day.
Oh, that sounds like most of your life.
And it would be me by myself, and then a bunch of old ass men who I wouldn't talk to, and then the waitresses would all tell me about how like the most horrible, like their lives would be the most horrible, like Jerry Springer shit you ever heard in your life.
This is the sad.
Like,
how long? Hold on.
It was in Indiana.
Let's rewind here. How long was this period where you had zero like friends and you just went to a diner by yourself?
When I was like 18, I started dating this girl, and she didn't want me to hang out with my old friends because they all drank, and she was in AA. And she didn't want to be drinking and being around drinking people. And she was also just controlling.
You had a girlfriend though too, though? Okay.
Well, then she dumped me. So then I was like alone because I had lost all my friends for like a couple years. So then I would just go to this diner by myself and read books. That's why I'm a fucking genius.
Why didn't you just text?
Antisocial.
Why didn't you just text your old friends? Like I texted Dale.
It was complicated.
I said, Dale, can we be friends again?
Yeah.
And a day later, he said, yeah.
Eventually, I became friends again with like one of them, but a lot had changed.
A lot
of them got on crack.
Oh, good.
I remember being like, I told this guy, I saw this guy years later. He's like, you didn't want to be friends with me because you said we were all going to get into harder drugs. And then in the same hangout, he told me a story that they did Xanax and they did that thing from Fight Club where they let go of the wheel and went off the road and flipped the car. He said they flipped the car completely over and it landed on its wheels and they were able to drive away.
Oh my God.
He's like, I still have broken glass in my arm. And he's like, yeah, you don't want to be friends with us because you said we were getting into harder and harder drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear the story you just told me?
That sounds like a very hypocritical thing. That reminds me of someone else. I don't to talk about. But speaking of hard drugs,
fucking nuts, dude.
I
can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I think they did it because of the movie Fight Club.
That's insane.
They were just like copying the movie.
That's wild.
That movie had a big impact. I was in a Fight Club because of that movie.
Me and my friends used to do a thing where it was called you're spaceshipping a car, and you got to be like in like a rural area with farms or something.
This is where they were,
with like back roads.
When they did the football.
And what you do is you turn it's at nighttime. You turn the outside lights off, and all the inside lights on, so you can't see anything. So it's like you're.
That sounds similar.
It's like you're in a spaceship. Yeah.
That sounds similar.
You try not to crash into the corn.
Yeah, that sounds very similar to what my buddy did.
Yeah, it's pretty fun to spaceship. I had a dream of me and Pat Bulldog and Mike we were at Lincoln Lodge and we were talking about getting a bag of stuff and
getting a bag
and we were like it's a little bit late but tomorrow what we can do is buy it today and tomorrow we'll turn it into crack and do crack.
Yeah.
It never happened, but it was a plan and I had a dream. I had a dream recently that I did crack.
You know what they say? Man plans and God laughs.
That's true. You know what they say? Man.
Like you guys got together, you made your plans, God's laughing, like, we'll see.
I know there's another.
I got some obstacles I'm going to put in their way.
There's another.
Just to test them.
There's
because
another
I
saying.
constantly want them to prove their love to me over and over again.
There's another saying. It's like.
Because I'm a crazy girlfriend.
Mansplain because men are always right.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Why do we have to admit we're wrong?
I don't like doing that.
When we're right.
Yeah. I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because you want to have sex.
That's true, yeah.
So you lie to them.
That's the exact reason.
And you tell them, like, yeah, you're right, even though that's a lie.
Yeah. You're so wrong.
And then you get that sweet pussy.
Well, and then
you don't want them to stay the night. So you go, actually, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you were wrong the whole time.
And then you play video games.
And they go, no!
They get mad and they break your guitar, but you're like, I don't care. It was hard to figure out how to play guitar anyway.
Yeah, no, and then you say, that was sick. That's what cool rockers do.
Yeah. Oh, nice job, Keith Moon.
Yeah. That was so sick.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, nice job, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, cool move.
Was Jimi Hendrix fully black or a little black?
He was fully black.
Sorry, Michael Hendrix.
I really don't know shit about Michael Hendrix.
I think that he was probably half black.
And there's not like the interviews with him, so I've come to my own theory that Jimi Hendrix was stupid. I think Jimi Hendrix was like dumb or something because there's all this shit with everyone else like talking. Like there's all these interviews from the 60s and 70s of like musicians, every type of musician.
Right.
And I have a sense of their different personalities, but for some reason Jimi Hendrix, I have no sense of his personality. So did they just not interview him very much?
Maybe he just didn't want to do interviews.
I know he was on like crazy amounts of drugs all the time.
I know that, what's his name?
I'm gonna have to look up some Jimi Hendrix interviews.
Who's the guy who, the song, do you feel like I do?
Yeah.
It's not Billy Squire. It's not.
Do you? Is that the Who?
No, it's a one guy's name, and he was from that era. He also had.
Is it Van something Morrison?
No. Fuck. But he would do the voice box thing where he plays guitar.
Oh, Paul.
No.
Eric Clapton.
No.
Somebody listening was pissed.
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
And
well, I was gonna say let's. Well, I think his name was Michael. Probably. That's all.
I have a friend who used to be a guitar tech for this guy, and actually played one of his guitars and got in huge trouble.
Well, you know this guy. So he never.
I know exactly what you're talking about because my friend used to like be a tech.
That's wild.
And he played his like most famous precious guitar, and I guess he got like fucking reamed out.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's no actual interviews of him because he don't. But like his real voice, because he only talks through the voice box guitar thing.
Hold on, Eric Clapton also did this.
No, but I know, but he was the main guy that would do it. He would do the long solos.
He'd be like, how y'all doing tonight? And everyone would be like, yeah, you sound like Down syndrome.
Like, you guys are all good.
Musical Stephen Hawking. Yes.
Yeah, people love that shit.
Because there's a live version they'd always play on the radio. You hear the cheering when he starts doing the fucking...
Yeah. The live version, I've never even heard the studio version. But
I've only heard the live version.
I think it's the best. It's got to be the best one.
It's got to be.
Yeah. How do we figure out...
I don't know, you can Google it.
Nah.
It'll break everything.
No, we'll just piss off the listeners.
I usually look this stuff up.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Now that we Adam Urbanski.
This is like recording a podcast in the '90s when you didn't have the internet to look up information.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, Michael Urbanski, can you look it up for us?
Yeah.
And then put it in the comments, please.
Michael Urbanski, shout out.
Shout out, Michael Urbanski.
I keep on wanting. I feel like it's a name like Paul something.
It's not Paul.
Or Dave McCartney.
If you find a first name, I'll know the last name.
Peter Jackson. Peter?
No, Peter Frampton.
Frampton.
Was that it?
Yeah, Peter Frampton. That's
Peter
it.
Frampton.
Peter. I was thinking I had the P right.
So he's never had an interview with his actual voice. But so when
he only does the talk box.
Yeah. So like if they're like we got to interview, he'll be like, hold on, and he'll go to his tour bus and grab the guitar and the voice box, and they'll be like, so what got you into music? And he'd be like, as a child, I would always watch the greats.
He's like, they have to start like 20 minutes late because he's looking for an electrical socket to plug in all his shit.
But but Jimi Hendrix, I don't know. Maybe he didn't even exist.
Maybe remember when Bob Dylan went electric? People were like, fuck you, Bob Dylan. You fucking piece of shit. Playing acoustic guitar. Fuck you.
What are you, a robot?
I hate you, Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
You ruined my life.
Why don't we just put in Keane instead of Dylan into that? Fuck you, Bob Keane.
Remember when Bob Keane went electric?
It's just a sad story about Keane because he had so much potential with all of his degrees and his doctorates.
Smart. He's one smart motherfucker.
Yeah.
One smart cookie.
Yeah, he's a doctor, so I believe he's a medical doctor, and
he has a PhD in opera singing.
I think he has 7 PhDs.
That's why they call him Doc Opera.
They do, yeah. And Dr. Dolittle.
And Doc Ock.
He can talk to animals.
He's got octopus.
He can talk to animals.
He's got giant mechanical octopus arms.
Sometimes me and him will go on expeditions to the jungle, and
Really?
I'll talk to the plants, and he'll talk to the animals.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle and Dr.
And I'm do big.
Mac.
Dr. Do big.
Doolittle and Do
Yeah.
Dr. Do Large.
Doctor, do you
Dr.
feel?
Grande.
Doctor, do you feel
There's
like
a Dr.
we do?
Grande on YouTube. He does psychology shit.
Grande?
Seems like a robot.
Yeah.
I don't like Dr. Grande.
Speaking about Grande,
I feel like he's in it for the fucking clout.
speaking of Grande, you'd think that'd be the largest size
Nah.
at Starbucks.
I literally went to Starbucks with Drake. He was helping me move, and we had this exact same conversation.
Well, this is also a very played out thing.
'Cause
It's also been a joke from movies.
I was in Pittsburgh, and the lady goes, I go, he wants a small. And she goes, a tall? I go, a small. And she goes, a tall is a small. I go, that's so weird because
So that's
I'm
opposite.
tall, but I'm not small.
Yeah.
So I had no idea. Everyone in the car was pissed off at me.
Yeah. But why would she even correct you?
She's like, you want a small? I go, what about a tall?
No, but she did. When you said small, she said tall.
I go, fuck it. I wanted a small, but if you only have talls, give me a tall. Jesus Christ.
I wanted a little.
I really did tell the lady.
Oh, we got an hour. And,
I'm tall.
I think the a name that rhymes with tall is here. I heard the thing buzzing.
Ooh.
Hopefully he's buzzing him up. But folks, Jason plugs.
JasonMeltonComedy.com, Jason Melton Twitch. I'm about to be back at it again, like Yellow Beezy. No,
Yeah.
wait.
What's up?
Yeah.
And folks, at Bad Boy Comedy on everything. Check out Jason Melton Twitch. And catch me at every comedy club.
Oh, I'm at Comedians You Should Know on the 13th. March 13th.
March 13th. Oh, it's Women's History Month. Ugh.
Women's History Month, shout out.
When did we do make it a History Month? Am I right?
It's about time.
All right, well, folks, we'll see you when hopefully the moon does not hit our eye, because that would hurt. That would kill
That would
us.
ruin my eye.
Yeah, that sucked.
Not my whole body.
All right, love you guys.